Hey guys, Sabah Renee back here. So I want to ask you a few questions today. You ask yourself, have you ever asked yourself these questions? Have you ever made these comments? And this topic is going to be for those individuals, male and female, that are looking to be in healthy relationships and that want to get married. And you desire to have a wife, you desire to have a husband. Okay, so I want to put out there the comments and the questions that I made. Have you ever said, "Dear future husband, blah blah blah"? Have you ever said, "Dear future wife, blah blah blah"? I'm a great catch. Have you ever asked yourself, "Why am I single? I don't want to be lonely. Um, when is it gonna be my turn?" If you've ever said any of those terms, could it be that you're not single? So, the topic of this video, the name of this video is you say you want to get married, but you ain't single yet. I'm going to say it again. Yeah, I said that. You say you want to get married, but you ain't single yet. So, here's what I mean. There's something called a soul tie. So, soul ties deal with relationships. Soul tie could either be positive, soul tie could be negative. So, right now, I want to sum it down, and we're going to talk about for the next few minutes, talk about the sexual soul ties, negative, toxic soul ties. So, my definition and my interpretation, and there's so many different topics and so many different scriptures, and there's so much we could talk about. We could be here for hours talking about soul ties, but to sum it up, here's why you want to get married but you ain't single yet. So there's something called a sexual soul tie. So a soul tie, when we talk in the terms of sexual, it's when you sleep with somebody and you're attaching yourself to them spiritually and emotionally. When you sleep with someone, when you have sex with someone, because there is a difference between intimacy and sex. When you sleep with someone, you are spiritually and emotionally coming into agreement and combining souls. That's deep, right? So you're coming in agreement and you're combining souls with theirs. You're combining souls with theirs. When you connect and you combine these souls, speaking of soul ties, spirits, emotions, whatever demons they're fighting, a soul tie, you are a sexual soul tie. You are combining their spirit, their soul with yours, and you become one. So, you say you want to get married, but you ain't single yet. Here's why. So, you're not single yet because could it be that when you say, "Is it my turn yet? Why haven't I found the mate? Do he even see me? Do she even see me? Where is my good thing at? Where's my boo at? Where's my bae?" Could it be that you are not single? Like, yeah, you wake up every morning and there's no triceps or biceps in your bed, and there's no hips and thighs in your bed, okay? But let's keep it real for a minute. If you know me, you know I love to be transparent. So, no, you're not single because you, whatever person you're tied to, you may not even have room in your soul. You may not even have, like we say, we want to find our soulmate. Who doesn't want to find their soulmate? You may not even have room for your soulmate right now. And no judgment, but this is just to shed light. Like when we say that we single, are you really single? Are you really single and available? Because if you are in negative soul ties, you have to break those soul ties and you have to work on detaching from those. So I was watching a sermon from a different pastor. I think he's out of like Chicago or something like that. But he brought to the point and he was saying that once you sleep with someone and they're not your husband or they're not your wife, and you're just combining spirits and coming together spiritually and emotionally, what happens is you take on all these things, but you've already married them. You know, he talked about how um the wedding, this, you know, the ceremony, the reception, you know, the pretty cake, the dress, the tuxes, all that stuff. He referred to it as, you know, how I can't even think of his name right now, but he referred to it as how that soul tie, you're already married. So the question I ask you, I'm gonna say it one more time. You say you want to get married, but you ain't single yet. My next question to you: how many marriages do you have out there? How many times have you been married? So, and what I mean by that, again, soul tie. Once you sleep with that person and they're not your husband or wife, like you're not. I'm sorry, guys. You're not married to them and you sleep with them. You're combining. So, how many people in the past, and no judgment, but how many people have you slept with over the years that were not your wife or not your husband? And were they those soul ties? Like, you have so much of them in you until you don't even have room for your new mate. So I just wanted to drop by to just ask you that question. And if this is you, or you know somebody that can benefit from this, or click tag, share the video. But pretty much that's where God was showing me, like, you're not single yet. So stop asking me when is it gonna be your turn and why am I single and why am I here? Embrace your singleness and get single first. Get single first. So I just wanted you to keep that in mind. So when you are ready to settle down and you are ready to look for your mate, you want to make sure you got room for them. Move all them other people out of the way. You got to make room. You got to make room for, you know, the wife. You got to make room for the husband that's coming for you. So to everybody that's on their journey, good relationships, are looking for love, I hope and I pray that you find love and love finds you in the right places at the right time. So that's all I wanted to share for now. Love you.